about 86% marks in class 10.
Yes.
Then you came down to 66% marks in class 12. Why so much of disparity?
When we put a ball inside water, it directly comes upside because of the buoyant force.
Adventures, like, what do you mean? There are so many other things in it. Pratapgarh itself is a very adventurous place. So your group of friends, they say, okay, let's suck it, go for kind of, rafting. And we want to, how do you plan to go from Allahabad to that place, Aditya? What's your interest about joining NDA? What is the initiative taken by the Prime Minister in the development of our country? Yeah, Aditya, how are you?
So great, sir.
You belong to Pratapgarh?
Yes, sir.
What is so good about Pratapgarh? Can you tell me something about Pratapgarh?
So Pratapgarh is famous for its two temples, that is in Kunda, Mangarh, that is Bhakti Dham, and a Bela Devi temple in Pratapgarh.
It's only famous for temples?
No, sir. It is also famous because of its people. There are many people who have qualified well from that city.
And there's some very nasty politicians from that place.
Yes, sir.
What is his name?
Sir, there is a leader, Raghuraj Pratap Singh. He belongs to Kunda. And
I said he's a very nasty. There is a nasty
no, sir.
Politician, not a nasty politician. He's not a nasty politician.
Sir, I don't believe politicians are nasty. Sir, but their activities may be nasty, but I don't believe anyone is a nasty person.
He's not a nasty person.
Yes, sir.
Why you want to defend him? That he's not a nasty person. His son is a nasty person. No.
No, sir.
What do you understand by being a nasty, not being a nasty person?
Sir, by nasty, I mean that a person cannot be nasty because his activity shows that he's nasty or not. That if he's involved in any kind of negative activity.
Tell me something about your family background, your father, your parents, your brother, sister.
Yes, sir. So, sir, there are 6 members in my family, including me. My father's name is Mr. Vinod Kumar Mishra, and he is a teacher by occupation. And my mother, she's a homemaker, and her name is Rakesh Mishra. And I have 3 elder sisters. 2 of them are married, named Shraddhanjali Mishra and Deepanjali Mishra. And the third one is Aditya Mishra, and she is a student.
She's a student. Boy, tell me about your school.
Sir, I have done my matriculation and intermediate from the school, Prayag Public School, which is situated in Lal Gopalganj, Prayagraj. And there are many cultural activities that happen there. And in my school, I was
with your best teacher amongst the school.
In my school,
yes.
So the best teacher, according to me, was the principal, sir. And because he teaches us in class 11th and 12th English. And he is a great guide too. So I believe he is the best teacher.
And why you believe that he is the best teacher? What is the best thing you liked in?
Sir, about him, sir, he is a very calm personality and he tackles all the situations. If I give him some sort of situation I face.
What is your favorite subject?
So my favorite subject is English.
English?
Yes.
You don't like your English teacher?
Sir, I like.
What is so good about your English teacher?
Sir, my favorite teacher is also English teacher that I talked about, my principal, sir. So he teaches us English.
He teaches you English?
Yes, sir.
This English subject in class 12th must be a optional subject for you?
No, sir. It was a
compulsory subject for you.
Yes, sir.
And there is a story about, something, Shakespeare stories.
Yes, sir.
Have you read some Shakespeare stories?
No, sir. Sir, I don't recall any story, sir, but there are few poems.
Shakespeare's poem.
Yes, sir.
Who are the best story writers in English literature?
English literature?
Yeah.
Sir, I believe Shakespeare is one of the best story writer in English.
Have you read some stories of his?
Sir, I have read, but I don't recall the names yet.
You don't recollect it?
Yes, sir.
You don't recollect with your...
I know few stories.
Give me some names of the English literature who are very prominent people in English literature.
English literature?
Yeah.
Sir,
prominent writers as such, poets as such.
Shakespeare itself, he was also a great writer, and there are many more great writers. For example, W.B. Ross, and also
There's a poem, Miles to Go and Miles to Go Before I Sleep.
I've not heard about it.
Not heard about it? Have you heard of Robert Frost?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have heard about his poem named Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice.
Can you give some lines of the poem?
Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't recall lines about it.
What about your mathematics subject?
Sir, I was always an average student, and because of the maths, I was average student, and else all the subjects were good enough, but I was weaker in comparison to all the subjects.
You got 86% marks in class 10.
Yes.
Then you came down to 66% marks in class 12. Why so much of disparity?
Sir, there were two main reasons because there were two main reasons of the downfall of my percentage. First is that when the COVID overtook the world, I just passed class 10th, and I got little careless about my studies. And after some time, I realized that I've wasted my 1 year. And I've also seen my seniors passing without giving any examination. So I got little more careless. But somehow, however, I managed to get 66% in 12th after my realization.
Why do you score less in mathematics?
Sir, I have a sort of fear with mathematics.
Why? If you have fear with mathematics, I think it's a very fundamental subject. One has to know about it at least till class 12.
Sir, I always try to cope up with mathematics, but sometimes I fail. And now I'm continuously trying to cope up with
What is the famous favorite subject in science subjects? Among science subjects, which is the most likable subject that you want to study?
Sir, biology is my
Biology.
Yes.
What about physics?
Sir, physics is also a good subject.
It's a good subject, but your favorite subject is biology.
Yes, sir.
But then you want to go for NDA, not as a doctor such. If your favorite subject is biology.
Sir, I also like physics and chemistry, but among them, biology is my favorite.
Biology, that's what I said.
Sir, sometimes
If your favorite subject is biology, I think that being a doctor or becoming a doctor would have been better for you.
Yes, sir, but my aim was from childhood to...
As a doctor also, you could have come to the army.
Yes, sir.
If your favorite subject is biology, you could have developed over it. Instead of joining NDA, you could have joined Armed Forces Medical Services, Armed Forces Medical College, AFMC.
Sir, but it was my aim to become a flying officer in Air Force. So that's why
you want to become a flying officer. Your mathematics is not good. Your physics is not very good.
No, sir. Physics is good.
What percentage of marks did you get in physics?
Physics? Sir, out of 100, I got 49 marks.
49?
Mathematics. But in physics, I got 67 marks.
67 marks.
Yes.
But you see, there has to be a good combination in mathematics and physics. There is a good correlation between.
At the level of NDA, I'm good at physics. But at the level of class 12th, sometimes I score bad because of the mathematics. When mathematics enters physics,
physics you like otherwise.
Yes, sir.
What is the Archimedes principle?
Archimedes principle.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't recall it.
You don't recall it. Then what is Newton's law of motion?
Sir,
third law of motion. What is Newton's third law of motion?
Sir, third law of Newton's is every every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
What does it mean? You react.
Sir, for example, if I'm pushing someone, if I'm pushing wall, then the wall itself also opposes some force towards me.
What is that when it falls? What is that force called?
Force called?
Yeah. If something is falling down, it's related to what force?
Gravitational.
Gravitational. Who invented this gravitational?
Sir, gravitational Newton.
But have you heard of buoyancy?
Yes, sir.
Buoyancy. What is buoyancy?
Sir, buoyancy is the upthrust force which is pressure, which is applied by the water. For example, when we put a ball inside a water, okay, and it is... Yes.
Yeah. Explain.
When we put a ball inside water, it directly comes upside because of the buoyant force.
No, buoyancy is related to the. Can you just explain something extra about, I mean, something more about it? That there is a force which is acting upon the water, and it displaces certain quantity of water.
Yes, sir.
When a object is put on the water surface, it displaces
Some water.
some water. What is the quantum of that water it displaces?
Sir, exactly the same amount of water will be displaced according to the volume.
That is buoyancy is related to Archimedes principle.
Yes, sir.
Please, when you go back to that, read it. Okay. What are the otherwise the current events going on in the country?
In the country.
Yes.
Sir, currently there is a launch of Chandrayaan 3 on 14th July at 2:35 p.m.
What is that?
The Chandrayaan 3.
Ah,
It is going to be launched on 13th July.
Chandrayaan 3.
Yes, yes, sir.
What is this Chandrayaan 3? 1 and 2 and 3? What does it mean?
Sir, Chandrayaan 2. Chandrayaan 1 was launched and it got failed. So it was unable to land on moon.
When was it launched?
Sir, Chandrayaan 1.
Yeah.
Sir, Chandrayaan 1 was launched maybe in 2005 and Chandrayaan 2 was launched. It landed on moon on July 2019.
And Chandrayaan 3?
Chandrayaan 3 will launch on 14th July and 2:35 p.m.
Chandrayaan
3 will be launched on 14th July at 2:35 p.m.
2:35 p.m. And what actually is it? What is the satellite otherwise?
Sir, the landers and rovers going along with the Chandrayaan are the lander named Vikram and the rover named Pragyan, and the lander will help to land on the surface of south pole of moon, and it will get the access there.
What's your interest about joining NDA?
Sir, my interest arose when I saw my grandfather and his brother. They both were in armed forces. My grandfather was major in army, and my grandfather's brother was flying officer in Air Force. So I got inspired with them, but I was I was little at that time. So after growing, I saw that Air Force and armed forces gives me a very adventurous life, and these two are the main reasons that encouraged me to join armed forces.
Adventurous life, what do you mean? There are so many other things in adventure. Pratapgarh itself is a very adventurous place.
Sir, adventurous life means I love to travel a lot, and I love heights, and I love mountain climbings, and various.
Have you gone for some mountaineering, or maybe gone some kind of adventure activities? What adventure activities you have undertaken?
Sir, I have not taken yet, but I wish to take.
What do you plan to go? Have you planned some adventure activities?
Yes, sir.
What adventure activities have you planned?
Sir, firstly, my first adventure activity I want to experience is going at the top of some mountain and feel the fresh air there. And secondly, I want river rafting. And these two are the main adventures I want to experience.
See, there are, a group of friends, they want to go for rafting.
Yes, sir.
Which is the best place you to choose in India to go for rafting?
The rafting.
Yes.
Sir, in India, I would choose Uttarakhand, and there I would choose Manali.
In Uttarakhand, you choose Manali.
Yes, sir.
Manali is located in Uttarakhand?
Sorry, Manali is not situated in Uttarakhand. It is situated in Himachal Pradesh.
Himachal Pradesh.
Yes.
So, but adventure activities, which is the best place otherwise?
Sir,
Right, in terms of your rafting, I said. In context to rafting, which is the best place in India?
So for rafting, best place is, in my aspect, is Uttarakhand.
So your group of friends, they say, okay, let's go for kind of, rafting. And we want to, how do you plan to go from Allahabad to that place, Aditya?
So if we are planning for that, then all my friends will plan, like we will take the train from Prayagraj junction to Uttarakhand, and then we will take cab and go to some tourist places and for the better place for rafting, and there we will do rafting.
No, but there is, before that, some of your friends say that, no, you find that there are only 2-3 friends who are keen to go for rafting. They're scared of water. And you want to have group of minimum 10 to 12. You have to collect minimum group of 10 to 12.
Sir,
Then what do you do?
I don't have that much friends, but if we are planning for a big trip, then we will collect some of our known acquaintances.
But the boys are scared. Water is a very risky. This one I will not send. Parents are not willing to send them for that.
Sir, if the boy himself is scared, then why will he choose for rafting?
So but he is willing to go. He got the will to go for rafting, but at the same time, his parents are pushing him down, or even he is getting scared. What will happen? He's not certain about this one.
Sir, we will try to convince their parent, and we will try to encourage him also, as we will take care of you and of your safety.
Yeah. Then, how do you plan it?
Sir, then we will take train and go there.
Which is the train available from Allahabad?
Allahabad.
Yeah, Uttarakhand.
Sir, there is basically, I've never been to Uttarakhand, but once I've been to Jammu, and for that I have taken that Rajdhani Express for that. That reaches Jammu Tawi.
Now, I said that you have to go to Uttarakhand. Which place that you will go from here? Where do you get down? What will you do? These are the things that you have to organize. You have to organize for hotels. You have to organize for some kind of...
Sir, when the planning comes to a conclusion, we will see of the better train and better places to stay online, and then we will go.
Then I said the parents are not very keen to send their children. How would you like to have?
Sir, as I said, I will try to convince them.
Okay. And still you find there are only 2 to 3 children are your friends willing to go. Then?
Sir, if there are less people, then our plan will be cancelled, but we will try to manage that and collect some more people around us who are our friends.
Aditya, what is the initiative taken by the Prime Minister in the development of our country?
Sir, Prime Minister, as I can see, he's trying to develop country in a long term. Sir, as recently he has a tour of foreign countries, and when he returned from those countries, there are many companies which are going...
What initiative he has taken for the development of the country? What do you understand by development of the country?
Sir, development of a country depends on basically the people, and if the people are getting...
I said, what do you understand by the development of the country?
So, development of country, sir, better economy and better education and better facilities provided to the citizens are the basic stages of development.
Have you heard of something called G20 summit going on in the...
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, G20 is when it is planned? Sir, it is planned this year on September 2023. It is the 18th summit, and it is...
how many countries are there in it?
Sir, there are 17 countries.
17?
17.
17?
Yes, sir.
17 countries. But it's called a group of 20. G20.
Yes, sir. But this year, I've heard the news about 17 countries.
17 countries participating.
Yes, sir.
In that way. What is the theme of this,
sir,
G20 summit?
Sir, this year the theme of G20 summit is One Earth, One Goal, and so one environment.
What is
One
Earth, One Goal?
Sir, the basic theme of this summit is that the interconnection between humans, microorganisms, and animals and environment all are connected. So, in this summit, they will discuss about the interconnection about the plants and animals and humans. and we'll see the measures about it.
If there's something, your sports and games, what is the favorite game that you play?
Sir, I am not basically into games or sports, but I have played badminton.
Who is the badminton player? How many badminton players has India produced? Good badminton players.
Sir, I don't watch badminton. I just basically play. I don't have
But you must know about knowledge about this one. What is the size of the badminton field?
size. Sir, it must be 15.
Oh, I mean, might not be. What is the size? Cannot be, must be, or should be. Should be.
Sir, I'm not sure about it.
Not sure about it. What is the favorite company which is producing the badminton rackets?
Sir, Costco. I play with Costco rackets.
And the Shuttlecock?
Same.
Same company.
Yes, sir.
The best company?
Sir, I feel it is the best company in my budget.
And whom do you feel, how do you play? With whom you all play?
Sir, I play with my neighbor who is my best friend.
Who is it in recent years? Somebody was a very good badminton player from the country. Which is that?
I don't have that PV Sindhu, sir.
And what does Saina Nehwal do?
Saina Nehwal. Saina Nehwal is also a good player of badminton.
There was somebody, was a gentleman a long time back, a very good badminton player. His daughter is a known film actress. Have you heard of Prakash Padukone, a good badminton player that we had in the country?
No, sir.
His daughter is an actress.
Deepika Padukone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What was the outstanding achievement you had in the science fair at Lucknow?
Sir, in class 10, when our boards were near, there was a inter-school competition of science fair. So there we went and presented our one superfood, which is known as meat grass juice. So there we presented and got 3rd rank.
Your favorite hobbies are writing quotes. Give me some quotes that you have been
Example?
Yeah.
So there is a quote I've written recently that is, don't show up on your face what you face. That means you don't have to show up on your face that what you face actually. Here, face have 2 different meanings.
And you listen to music.
Yes, sir.
Who is the favorite music that you listen to?
Yes, singer?
Yeah. What are the kinds of music, very prominent music in the country being played that way?
Sir, currently the most famous music genre is romantic songs in India, and
That is not a music.
okay,
So we understand by music as such.
sir, music genre are you talking about?
Yeah. What do you understand by music? What are the types of music?
Sir, music to me is something that calms my mind and all the time. I usually,
But there are certain kind of music being played. They are being
Yes,
participated in
there are.
class teachers, classes and all. It comes in the extracurricular cycle music. Okay.
there is
It is related to what?
sir, classical music is basically
Yeah.
related.
Classical music is what?
Classical music is our is somewhere. Classical music belongs.
Tell me some kind of classical music that you have liked the most.
Sir, I have not heard
But music listening is again a very hobby of yours.
Yes, sir.
What is creating facts?
Sir, I collect facts which are, some of them are amazing and some of them are weird. So I try to read them.
Now, what do you mean by creating facts?
Not creating, sir, collecting.
It is collecting facts. What is that?
Sir, collecting facts, I write, I collect some facts and write in a diary.
So, what is the very recently that you have written some facts? What was that?
So recently I've heard about the fact that there is a very common fruit we call orange. It is basically known as tangerine, and we have calling it wrong all our life.
Your father is a private teacher.
Yes, sir.
He's the principal of his school.
So why
He is teaching in it.
sir?
He is teaching in Institute of the AFCAT in.
Yes, sir.
Aditya, there had been something very disturbing incident in the country about few months back,
Sir?
just a month back. Disturbing incident.
In India currently.
Yeah, in India.
Sir,
was
in
that?
Manipur, there is a disturbing.
What was that?
Sir, there is a clash between two communities.
What were those both communities? Name on both communities.
Sir, I don't remember the community's name, but there is a one community that is tribal that takes up to 40% of the area of Manipur, and there is one community that is the permanent community of there, and that covers up the 10% of the Manipur. So there is a clash between the rights there.
Manipur ethnic violences have been very disturbing in last few months, still not over.
Yes, sir.
You as an army officer, you feel that the violence is bad for the country? Why it is bad for the country?
Sir, violence needs to, sir, the crisis of that area. Sir, if violence occurs in some place, then people will get harmed. And when people will get harmed, then the development rate will decrease.
All the best, Aditya.
Thank you, sir.
We'll again catch up later. Okay, thank you. You can go.